For Learning Target 3.3 on the Unit 3 test, you're going to be given lines that are in slope-intercept form. The starting value, as you remember, is the y-intercept. It's where the line crosses the y-axis. And it's the constant in here, which is -5. Now the reason that works is because points on the y-axis have an x value of 0. If I substitute 0 in for the x here, 2/3 times 0 is 0, and then 0 minus 5 is -5. The rate of change is the slope. That's the coefficient of my x value, which is 2/3. Now reminder, your slope is your rise over your run. So I'm going to plot a point at -5 on the y-axis. From that point, I will rise 2 and run 3 to find a second point on my line. So I need to go down to -5. Let me get my lines in place. Make sure you put arrows at the ends of your lines. So I'm going to go down to -5 on the y-axis. I'm going to go up 2 and to the right 3, so I want to set my axes up so that I can do that. So -1, -2, I need to go all the way down to -5. Don't forget to put your scale in. Again, don't forget to use a straight edge and to put arrows at the ends of your axes. So, -5 on the y-axis. From there, I'm going to rise 2 in the positive direction and run 3 in the positive direction. I need to put my scale here to get over then to the point that I just plotted, over to 3. And then I'm going to draw my line through those 2 points. Now it's easier again to line your ruler up here than it is for me to get this thing to work the way I want it to. There we go. So I have to drag this around a little bit to get it to go through those 2 points. That's my line. Again, make sure you put arrows at the ends. The second equation is a little bit more challenging in that you can look at this hopefully and see the starting value is 1, because if I put 0 in for x, -4 times 0 is 0, plus 1 is 1. My rate of change is -4, but I need to be able to see a rise over run from that. So I can turn -4 into a fraction by putting it over 1. So my rise is -4 and my run is +1. Which means I need to start on the y-axis at +1, and then from that point I'm going to go down 4 and to the right 1 for my second point. Again, when you draw your axes in, make sure that you are putting arrows at the ends of them. They are lines and they need to have arrows. So I need to start at +1 on the y-axis. From there I'm going to rise -4, so go down 4. From here go down 1, 2, 3, 4 and run +1. I need to put my scale numbers in to cover that point that I just plotted, and then hopefully, without this being too difficult, draw my line through those 2 points. The last problem, again, is a little bit more challenging in that you need to see the y-intercept, and you don't see a constant here. Well, if I put 0 in for x, 1/2 times 0 is just 0, so my starting value is really 0. I could also think of this as I could add a 0 to the end of this and not change the value of that side. My rate of change is a +1/2, so my rise is 1 and my run is 2. So in this case, I'm going to start at the point 0, 0, so the origin, and from there I'm going to go up 1 and to the right 2. Make sure that you are lining your axes up on the grid marks. Make sure you are putting arrows at the ends of these because, again, they are lines. So I start at 0, 0. I rise 1 in the positive direction, run 2 in the positive direction. Now I need to put my scale numbers in to cover that point. So I need to go up to 1 and then over to 2, and then go ahead and draw my line through my 2 points. Make sure you have arrows at the ends.